Tom Zebra threatened.
And I have
Law enforcement.
He has, and the others have. I would take my gun and my ammunition, and I could think of at least 25, 30 cops. I would line them right here in a row, and I would shoot every single one of them in the fucking head and be done with all those 25, 30 cops. Be done with them.
Tom Zebra threats to put hot lead
Hot lead
in
the face,
LAPD.
Why are you ruining a young man's life? Hot lead in the face, that's what you deserve. I hope you catch hot lead in the face, motherfucker. Why are you ruining a young man's life? Hot lead in the face, that's what you deserve. Just so you know.
Tom Zebra threatens.
The day that
Law enforcement.
is going to be the day that they never fucking forget. They will never forget the day that I break them back. And I'm not talking about no lawsuit. I'm talking about the day that your family goes to your fucking funeral and everybody's like, oh my God, it couldn't have happened. He's so sweet. He's so good. We love him so much. Yeah, that's the day that the guy gets what he deserves.
Hi folks, so we're going to be trying something a little different today. I put together this turds videos in a new way, interjecting. People are like, oh, you talk over him. I don't, if you want to go listen to what that idiot has to say, then by all means go and do it. But this is an interesting different way for me to go about it, because people are, I can't hear what you're saying. I can't hear what you're saying. I want to hear what you have to say. So let's get into it.
The guy's name, the deputy's name, I want to say Rogue, but it's probably not pronounced that. You know, like a rogue officer. I think it's R-O-G-G-E. Works out of the Century Station. The night I met him, not only did he rob me of my cash, but he framed myself and my two passengers, wrote long-ass reports with them, just packed full of lies. And on the way to jail, he told me, maybe next time you'll be a little more cooperative. I was 100%, let me tell you.
So here we have Daniel Salmon, Tom Zebra, the domestic abuser, who is on his bullshit again. It's pretty obvious to everyone. And when I asked him, are you on drugs? You don't do that shit, do you? He says, who says I don't, Mitchell?
I was 100% cooperative, even though I did tell him to fuck off. I just told him what he needed to hear. That was not uncooperative of me. I told him the truth, something that maybe not enough people in this world do.
Lies. Oh, lies!
And
okay, liar.
I'm pretty sure you can, that was probably, I don't know if that was 1999.
Lies. See, you just
maybe it's
lied.
2001, I don't remember exactly, but.
Oh, lies!
As you can imagine, I haven't become more cooperative. Since that day, the police have become far more cooperative. They mostly call me either by my first or last name or my moniker from YouTube. But
well, you are delusional.
Give me any shit, and usually the ones that do, it's because they're already busted.
Oh, lies!
Like I pointed out when I mentioned Valerie Rivera being arrested by Ortiz. I had probably known Ortiz for years, but I didn't know his name. He didn't stand out because he never did anything stupid in front of me. After he arrested Valerie Rivera, so I started calling him out for being a punk bitch. Let me zoom in. How you doing, Ortiz? No, my bike's that way. Go down with it. No, why you gotta touch to me? I do. You say you're gonna arrest me. Go ahead and arrest me. F*** you.
You are made of stupid.
But supposedly, allegedly, these guys caught a bad guy last night. A bad guy that allegedly committed some kind of a crime.
You are made of stupid.
So, we all are to believe with that guy off the street, the criminal who didn't actually hurt anybody, we're to believe that we are all much safer with that bad guy behind bars and these bad guys free and on the loose with guns.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
And computers that they could write fancy police reports on when they don't like somebody to put them in prison.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
But I have to say, this morning, if the allegations are true, these guys might have earned at least part of their paycheck this pay period. I don't know if they get paid every 2 weeks, every month, but I think they need a dump truck to shovel it all in.
So this unemployed loser is completely obsessed with how much money people make. Why don't you just go get a job? Like, are you incapable of working? Are you on SSI? Are you on food stamps? Like, what's the deal? You just ride your bicycle around and harass people and harass cops and people with jobs? Get a life, loser.
I know you can't hear what they're saying. I can hear the sounds, but I can't understand the words. Yes, Exciter said checks and balances. That's something we definitely do not have in this country. I remember from probably high school, could have been junior, middle school, where they said checks and balances. Let me try to remember. It's the executive branch, the legislative. What am I'm missing one.
You are made of stupid.
Legislative, they make the laws. Judicial, and the judicial branch, right? There's the three branches. And they're supposed to provide checks and balances, but instead, they suck each other off.
That's gay. We're gay.
They lie at every opportunity to defend each other, and they gladly send innocent people to prison or even to death to protect coworkers of theirs that they've never even met. In other words, you're a stranger. The person that works for the government is a stranger. They don't know either of you, but they will gladly send you to death or to prison knowing you're innocent just to protect a criminal coworker of theirs. And I'm using the term coworker very loosely.
Hey, why don't you people quit slacking off and get a job? What's wrong with you? Go to college.
Because that doesn't mean they work at the same place. They probably never met. They might never meet again. And the criminal might not even thank the judge for stroking them off just right. But I think the thanks that they get comes in the form of six-figure salaries and pensions that last a lifetime even after they're dead. I think that's all the thanks they need. You know, the ruling class, they don't need to be thanked by each other. They're thanked by us in the form of money every day.
Are you stupid or something?
It was my pleasure bringing you this live stream. I know there's a lot of crybabies who get upset because I tell the truth about the cops, but if you pay attention, you notice I treat them much better than they deserve.
So by threatening to line up 25, 30 cops, you treat them well? Man, you lick boots and then you threaten to kill. I mean, you come up with your lies, your bullshit, you spew them to people who are idiots that follow you. Your followers are completely stupider than you are. Yeah.
If I were to run into Ortiz right now, I would treat him like a friend.
They will never forget the day that I break them back. And I'm not talking about no lawsuit. I'm talking about the day that your family goes to your fucking funeral and everybody's like, oh my God, it couldn't happen. He's so sweet. He's so good. We love him so much. Yeah. That's the day that the guy gets what he deserves.
Like I do pretty much everybody. He doesn't deserve to be treated to anything more than a beating and at least a night in jail, if not a lifetime. So, you see the school, I want to say the school child walking in the street, but it looks like an elderly guy that's just got a backpack on. But at this beginning of the stream, I know I've already told you twice now, but this is time number 3. And after, you know, the whole warning about the police tape and the kids that are going to have to walk on the street, where do the police stand? They don't even stand inside their own perimeter. They stand on the outside of their tape in the street. But they do have a point. If that tape wasn't there, I'd be standing right, even though, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'd be right on the other side in their faces. So the tape it's not about their safety. It's about being uncomfortable with the truth.
Oh, lies!
Because if it was Channel 4 or Channel 7, they'd have them stand right there with them and smile and tell them lies.
Oh, lies!
But they don't like it if you're going to tell the truth about them. But today the truth was actually not so bad. They caught a bad guy. Of course, I tell a little bit more of the truth than that.
Liar!
But I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna try to go to the marijuana shop and speak to the owner and see if he can give me specific details to back up the information I already have.
You are fake news.
And you know, he might have some of the truth that I'm completely unaware of. On the other hand, there's most likely things he won't want to talk to me, and that's fine too.
You're not a journalist. You just have a Gmail account.
Tom, I'm standing outside of the Department of Motor Vehicles.
So I would take you guys with me, but I think that's just too much trouble for you, the viewers, to have to go for a bike ride in traffic. I mean, it's not as troubling as it would be in person.
Do it anyways, because you love all the attention from your 70 viewers. People dumber than you are. They watch your dumbass shit.
You're welcome, Morgan. Deuce is wild. Secret Agent, man. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you guys just joining me. Shocking to learn that some folks join me just because they want to find a way to try to do awful things to me.
Tom, I'm here live in Las Vegas, where tomorrow night...
I don't know why watching me do nice things would inspire some people to want to do awful things. Our judges in this country are fucking scumbags. I personally think he should be hung from a bridge, you know, in return. I mentioned earlier I was going to try to defend those exact people that I'm speaking of. I'm going to try to do that right now. I don't know that these ladies are malicious. I think they are. I think they're malicious. But it might be that they're just fucking stupid and they don't know they're fucking ashes from a hole in the ground. And so, you know, since I did go to jail for this thing, and now I have all this evidence that's going to be coming to me on, you know, videos of interviews and whatnot.
Liar!
911 calls, like I said. I think the least I could do is show these ladies their ass from a hole in the ground, and that way in the future maybe they could keep their fucking mouth shut, or at least have a clue that maybe they're wrong about something. Just because you heard a rumor doesn't mean you spread it. Insist that it's true.
So what is this Tom Zebra about?
And then stand by it after you've sent an innocent person to jail. That's my opinion. And I know it's a fucking fact.
Lies. Oh, lies!
But unfortunately, the people that think they fucking know everything, just like the rest of us, they don't.
I want to protect the criminals instead of the rest of the people that are victims of these criminals. I mean, you got to be a real dumb-braining individual to brain on this low level.
I might not know everything, but I do know some things. And for sure I know who I'm sleeping with. Okay, that's one of the things that I know for sure, and there's nobody in the world that can tell me different. But even worse, I don't know if it's fair to call these women whores. That'd probably be disrespectful. Plus, I don't think anybody would be buying. But instead, they make a collection of these rumors and people that think they might agree with it, and then they go to my girlfriend with them and insist that they know this shit for a fact, and something needs to be done about it.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Thank goodness for me, I still have my girlfriend, because how many of you are so confident in your relationship that if a dozen people approached you and told you lies that
Sounds like a threat.
theoretically these people would have no reason to lie, right? So how many of us wouldn't second guess our own judgment?
Are you stupid or something?
But like I said, it was great visiting with you guys this morning, and I hope I don't come off as angry, because I'm pleased to be in the position I am.
Right.
A loser?
I'm even happy that I got to go back to Hawthorne Jail, because this is like unfinished business. You know, my last lawsuit from the city of Hawthorne was 2013. That's like 9 years went by.
And you're
Where they
fishing for a new
misbehaved
one.
plenty of times, but I didn't sue them.
It's your only source of income.
So This will probably be the final chapter of Tom Zebra.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
And my guess is these things, if nothing else were to happen, the final chapter would be another 10 years, right? But what are the chances nothing else happens in 10 years?
Good. Your shit's boring.
So, being optimistic, this last arrest in the city of Hawthorne might be the final chapter. And hopefully some people besides the police are going to learn a little bit about themselves and about other people and about their mistakes.
Are you stupid or something?
And like I've said, I don't bring these things up lightly, and I don't call people names lightly.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Because anything I'm saying about
Really?
anybody else applies to me and every one of us
Oh,
just the
cut
same.
to sex change.
You know, we all make mistakes, but the point is, I think, as we get to be middle-aged and older before we die, hopefully sometime we gain the wisdom to shut the fuck up when we're thinking inappropriate things and to know the difference between potentially ruining somebody's life.
Excuse me? Mr. Kettle, Mr. Pot called. He says you're black!
Who has never done a fucking thing to you,
Really? You didn't break
even
into my
given
home?
to you.
Really? You didn't
Tell
fuck
me
up
more
my
about
case?
that. I mean, I've also received in this relationship.
You also
up
haven't
until
slandered
recently.
and harassed me for
I know I'm probably
fucking 5
confusing
years?
you guys, but I won't be confusing you for long. I'm gonna have a nice day, and I want each of you to do the same.
Thought you were quitting.
The thing about being a good person and being honest and doing right by yourself and your community.
I ain't part of your community. Your community sucks. Your community
Is you can spend your days doing what you want and feeling good
weirdos.
about yourself. Not all of them. Sometimes you still get, trapped in a scheme and end up having to spend a few nights in jail, not knowing if you're ever going to get out.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
But mostly good days. And usually I turn those bad jail days into, I'd like to say a lesson, but cops don't ever learn a lesson. Sometimes they leave you alone for a little bit, but they'll make the same mistake as many times as it takes for you to go away. Hi, Laura Shark. How are you?
Oh,
I was
another
almost
one of
talking
those
about you, but I didn't
weirdos.
get that far into the conversation. All right, you guys.
For the
Each of you have
20th
a
time,
wonderful
I'm
day.
signing off.
And right back, I see John F. I seen you said shout out from Linux in a previous stream, but I seen it afterwards when I was reviewing the comments after the fact. All right, you guys have a great day. Sorry to cut you off if you're in the middle of a conversation with each other.
Once again, I'm not in your chat. I haven't been in your chat since 2018 when you blocked me. Keep saying that I'm trolling you. I'm the only one that dislikes you. There's a whole mountain of people that dislike you. You've hidden most of them. But that's not me. But you'll continue to lie, because that's what you are, a liar.
Yes, Hollywood. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. Unfortunately, Mr. Mitch, you're not any part of this equation. You can say what you want, but you're not the one that made up the allegations, I don't think. I think they started in Colorado. So as much as you might take pleasure from it, you're going to have to keep trying to become the center of one of my conversations. You haven't accomplished that yet. Best of luck to you, Mitchie.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, blaming me. I'm not in your fucking chats, you fucking moron.
All right. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Tom, I'm currently 10 miles
miles outside of Beaverton, unable to get inside the town proper. We do not have any reports of fatalities yet, but we believe that the death toll may be in the hundreds of millions. Beaverton has only a population of about 8,000, Tom, so this would be quite devastating. Any word on how the survivors in the town are doing, Mitch? We're not sure what exactly is going on inside the town of Beaverton, Tom, but we're reporting that there's looting, raping, and yes, even acts of cannibalism. My God, you've actually seen people looting, raping, and eating each other. No, we haven't actually seen it, Tom. We're just reporting it.